At the Opie and Anthony show, we got to get right into this. So finally, we got the audio. Jimmy had 2 sold-out shows up there in Cleveland. Good morning, Cleveland, by the way. And this is going to be pretty interesting to everybody else. Just some afternoon radio guy that kind of took a couple shots at us. And we're like, all right, we'll play. We'll have some fun with this. And Jimmy took it to him right in his backyard, right in Cleveland.
And let me say, the only problem with this audio is this is the only way to do it. It was recorded through the soundboard.
Yeah.
It's the way they would record my microphone.
Yeah.
And obviously, the House of Blues is not set up to have the audience mic. So you can hear people in the background, but it sounds like there's a glass in between us, and that's because it was recorded through a soundboard.
Oh, you could hear the crowd well enough to know that they were really enjoying what you were saying up there.
All right, good.
So this should be a lesson to all the other douches out there. Shut your traps and do your dumb radio show.
Shut your yep.
Because you don't have what it takes to take on this empire. These pests are relentless.
Good luck.
And by the way, the pest attacks will continue on his dumb show and that dumb radio station in Cleveland.
Oh, by the way, the shirts that they showed up with, I got to get photos on.
Oh, yeah. Really funny.
One guy had a Benjamin Bornstein, or it was a woman. Benjamin Bornstein is a C. You know, she had the whole thing spelled out. And on the back it said, nice apnea dick.
Yeah. Well, his real name is Benjamin, and he went with a rock and roll name like Maxwell for his radio show. And he's not that rock and roll now, is he?
Nah.
His bosses yanked him off the air, I think, Thursday, and had a long talk with him and basically said, shut your trap. And Benjamin did exactly that. And he'll sit there and wonder why he's never going to be as big as this radio show. So here's Jimmy live on stage at the House of Blues in Cleveland, basically starting off by talking about Anthony, because Anthony flew up to see Jimmy as well.
Yeah.
Where's Anthony? That's what I want to find out. I know he's here somewhere. Oh, there's Anthony from the Opie and Anthony show. Stand up so they can see you.
Getting a nice applause considering
it was very nice.
People hate our show in Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
It's Maxwell,
hated.
right? Huh?
No one listens.
Yeah.
No one listens. We're hated. We're
Look at that sweetie.
bamboozling them.
Look at that little sweetie. Thank you.
Anthony's not funny. Not funny.
Benjamin Bornstein is a We are recording this, by the way. I want to play some of this on the air, because that Maxwell, you and your phony radio voice, and your fat partner, you
Not funny. Not funny.
Who talks like that? Do you your wife with that voice?
I'm gonna.
Now, if you didn't know any better, you would think this would be like a comedy show in New York City. No, this is in his hometown, in his backyard.
Yep.
He thought that everyone would just, rally behind him and what he had to say. People will understand phoniness. It continued.
Benjamin Bornstein is and his mouth is a lovely receptacle for bleach-scented substances. You fraud. I want that jerk off. That jerk off to hear in his own hometown where he broadcasts how people around here feel about him. You're a phony and a nobody, and you don't talk in your real voice. You radio hack. Die, die, die.
That was right in his backyard.
Yep.
Right there in his hometown. When he said that the audience is like, he's bamboozling you guys out of your money, he badmouths Cleveland. And this is the ovation you get from 2 sold-out shows.
Just trashing him.
Yeah, trashing him.
Bashing Louis C.K., that stupid radio hack that he is. That Maxwell makes me sick. I'd love to give him a Roman war helmet, but my balls would get pinched on his apnea mask. You fat bag of You unfunny, fat, hacky bag of Use your real name. I'm Jim Norton, and this is how I talk.
I'm Maxwell. I'm a rock star.
Who talks in that voice?
I'm a rock star.
There is nothing worse to me than some talking the radio show. By the way, thank you guys for supporting Opie. You guys have been such a good market for us.
Yeah, they hate us.
They hate us.
Hate the show.
Jimmy, you like to curse or what?
That was so funny.
But it wasn't even just cursing. It's we'll play that uncensored over at XM.
No, it's just
You'll hear all of
ridiculous.
it. He tried to play that game like, why would you go down to the House of Blues and see Jim Norton? He don't like Cleveland. I love Cleveland. It's home of the meaty. Jesus Christ, every in Cleveland should be climbed and have a flag stuck in it. I love this disgusting town. Except for the mall area Marina talked about. Not the whitest neighborhood.
All right, we got the rest of the tracks we're going to play after the break. More of Jimmy live in Cleveland, right in the backyard of this radio station that decided to take its shots at us. And this is what we do. We bring it right to them, and we got more clips after the break. Opie and Anthony. In the middle of the audio, so you got Jim Norton, you got Anthony. They went up to Cleveland. You got Maxwell, this guy. He took shots at us. He didn't know what he was getting into. Norton happened to have 2 sold-out shows up there. He went up and started talking about this dumb Maxwell from the stage live in Cleveland in his backyard. And it didn't look too good for this Maxwell dude.
No.
Doesn't look good at all. His own city hates him. You know, because you're going to listen to this audio and you're going to go, oh, my God, this has to be a sold-out show in New York where these guys are really, really strong. No, it's Cleveland. It's Cleveland.
It's Cleveland.
So we get right back to it. Norton on stage at the House of Blues from Friday night.
Shouldn't you be chasing Batman with an umbrella, you
Not funny.
Who talks like that?
Not funny.
How are you going to spin that, you at WMMS? How are you going to spin that with your fat gay sidekick, Stansbury? Yeah, there's a showbiz name. Hi, I'm Stansbury.
What an ass.
Pound for pound, you're funnier than him, Stansbury. Pound for pound.
Stop using boxing terminology, you jerk off. Why don't you say, Stansbury, load for load, you better than him.
Pound for pound.
Benjamin Bornstein. What's the matter, rock star? Maxwell sounds a little cooler to you. You don't like your given name. Now, Benjamin, why aren't you doing your homework?
Ma, I'm trying to do something here. Ma.
That fat creep. He looks like Donald Pleasance fucked Bob Kelly.
Oh, my God. I certainly hope there's people on the button. How is that getting missed?
The
Look at
F-word
Iraq's red face.
First thing to go when you turn 30
Oh my God! Oh yeah,
is your freaking head.
that's your 30-year-old hearing, and
E-Rock, you got to fire yourself now. You know that, right?
How did that happen?
E-Rock, I hate to tell you, but this is E-Rock's last day because we can't have that on the
were you skimming
Opie
through
and
this?
Anthony show.
Did you skim?
How do you miss an F-bomb?
Yeah.
Is that pronounced?
That's the one word. There's no doubt about it. You just can't have it on the radio.
What, you think it was a gray area because I didn't use it as an adverb?
Did they get it down the hall? You're too scared to check, right? You're too scared to check.
He is afraid. Oh my God, we missed it. It went out. Iraq, write a letter of apology.
From the unemployment line.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry for the language. I shouldn't have said that.
Not funny. Blue ball jokes, not funny. I had blue balls one time, Stansbury. I'll take care of that, Maxwell.
Funny, Stansbury. Funny guy. Who's a funny boy? Benjamin's a funny boy.
You're an ass.
It's great. It's in his backyard. This guy thought he was a rock star as far as radio goes in Cleveland. Jimmy marches into town and then just kills him.
Oh, you left early one day, took the day off the next, and I heard today, did anybody listen? I don't know, I heard he didn't really say much today. He didn't say a word? What's the matter? Did your bosses get to you and tell you to shut it up because the pests are shutting down business? At that station, you can't do business? shut your face. And then, you know what? He hated that I made fun of his real name, Benjamin Bornstein. And then he starts raising examples. Other people use fake names. Calvin Brodus is Snoop. You're comparing yourself to a pimp gangster, you fat bag of You wear a mask so you don't choke on your own tongue in the middle of the night. Shut the up.
Well, there you go. There's nothing you could say. Now you just gotta shut your dumb mouth and let the press decide when this is over.
Yep.